We will now recognize a highly accomplished friend of the UF College of Engineering, Mr. Henry Upjohn, who has been recognized with the honor of the UF Distinguished Achievement Award this year for excellence in his chosen field and outstanding service to the University of Florida. I call upon Dr. Forrest Masters, Associate Professor in the Department of Civil and Coastal Engineering and representative of the School of Sustainable Infrastructure and Environment, to introduce Mr. Upjohn. We have asked Mr. Upjohn to provide a brief message to our graduates after his introduction.
Thank you, Dean Abernathy. I'm very pleased to introduce to our graduates and audience tonight Mr. Henry Upjohn. Henry is the CEO and majority owner of Special-Lite, which manufactures complete heavy-duty exterior and interior entrance systems, including doors, partitions, framing and panels, and associated hardwares, all the components you see in everyday buildings. Special-Lite doors are found nationwide in schools, hospitals, commercial and government buildings, and they're valued for their customizability, durability, and low impact on the environment. The unique qualities of these systems are the result of Henry's engineering of a foam injection system that uniformly fills molds with high-density urethane foam that is free of chlorofluorocarbons. Because of his engineering education from Western Michigan University, combined with his rich experience in entrance system design and manufacturing, Henry has provided invaluable insights for our research in ESSE at the Powell Family Structures and Materials Laboratory. And he's been working with us to help better test the effects of hurricane force winds on buildings and structures. Henry is a machine inventor, a designer, and a builder at heart, and he has a long list of creations since his youth, including a dialysis machine, a parabolic microphone, a Newtonian telescope, and an optical dewar used to determine the half-lives of excited states of organic solvents. And importantly, he does all these wonderful things, but he's known for nurturing a socially responsible culture at his company, holding the employee and the customer at the center of the company's values. His family trust, in which he is an active member, actively supports local hospitals and community service organizations. So Henry is a very important part of the community. So please welcome our distinguished alumni, Distinguished Achievement Award recipient, Mr. Henry Upjohn.
Thank you very much. This is a tremendous honor to me, one of the highlights of my entire life. I would like to start out by thanking Dean Abernathy and Dr. Forrest Masters for allowing me access to the Powell Family Structure Lab. We used that access to build a Category 5 simulator that lets us investigate the actual effects of wind traces that Forrest has measured in the field, and hopefully use that to evaluate further changes in code to make buildings safer for people in hurricane-prone areas. Also, Dr. Hatfield had a lot to do with this, but I can tell you, for future reference students, the Department of Development is really where it's at when it comes to getting something done when you need help with something. I have three quick points I'd like to make. One is how important experimental science is in big universities. We knew what we wanted to figure out, but didn't have the means to evaluate it or understand all the science behind it. And being able to work together with the University of Florida gave us a situation where we could build something that they could use to evaluate some of the challenges that are out there and help us understand things that we had seen in the field. And when you think about it, going back to the Greeks, the philosophers felt that they really had it all figured out. There were, four elements: water, fire, earth, and air. And until the scientific method came along and people started experimenting, and demonstrated that maybe air was made out of more than just air, the philosophers were always right. And secondly, primarily to the graduates, you face a lot of opportunities in engineering to work with devices that are new, that combine lots of new technologies and are not necessarily done in the most elegant or most accurate manner. They're done because they could get the price to a point where somebody would buy it. And when you try to understand what's going on there, it can be very difficult. And I've had some huge challenges in my life, and the value of experimenting is just amazing. And there's nothing like a few facts from experiments to totally undermine a perfectly good theory. Then finally, as a result of working with this group of people for the last 30 years, I came up with some basic rules that I felt everyone could live by. And they're awfully simple and seem pretty simple-minded for this crowd, but they've worked well for me. And they're simply: don't get hurt, don't hurt anyone else, don't hurt the environment, relate to others with courtesy, kindness, honesty, and sincerity, treat our customers as you would hope to be treated. My great uncle once said, keep the quality up, and I believe that that's very appropriate. Add value through continuous improvement. It's an honorable way to make a living, and we'll keep our customers coming back for more. And finally, many of you will be engineers in companies that will only have one engineer. You'll be the smartest person there. Other companies will have tons of engineers, and it'll be a little blurrier. But we are the entity like a family. Please keep in mind when dealing with others and our community, what you do reflects on all of us. Thank you very much.
I now call Provost Joe Glover to join me at the podium. Henry, Provost Glover and I wish to thank you for your thoughtful and wise words tonight, and it is our distinct pleasure to present to you the Distinguished Achievement Award in recognition of your distinguished career and your outstanding service to your profession and to the university. Thank you for joining us tonight.